Hi friends, Ranked has been reworked again in Apex Legends Season 20, so I'm going to explain how the new rank system in Season 20 works in Apex Legends, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll have a really clear idea on exactly how Ranked works and why you're earning the points that you're earning. As I get into it, can I kindly ask you to consider liking and subscribing please? It makes a big difference, so I appreciate your support. Now let's get into what's different in Ranked. First we'll start with what's been completely removed from Ranked. There's no more hidden MMR, there are no more ladder points, which we had in Season 17 all the way up to Season 19, plus there are no more provisional matches and no more promotional trials. The ranks themselves do remain the same, they haven't introduced any new ranks, so it's still you climbing from Rookie all the way up to Predator. The main thing that stayed the same are demotion and demotion protection, so you can still go down ranks, but you do have that demotion protection the first time you rank up for a few games. So those are the high level things that are being removed or staying the same. There are some major changes though to the way points work. Oh, and by the way, you'll notice you're starting on 1 RP. Don't panic, that's the same for everyone in the entire game. We've all been hard reset back to 1 RP. Now let's get into the changes. Ranked points are back, also known as RP, which you will be familiar with if you played Ranked before Season 17. Like before, you do still get placement points, but obviously they're slightly revised. I've put together this table to show the comparison between Season 19 and Season 20 in terms of placement points. For Season 20 though, the entry cost is different, which we will talk about in just a minute. So those are the placement points. Obviously they remain fixed on wherever you place in the game. Those are the points you get. Those themselves won't be deducted. And as we talk about entry cost, if I show you just an end game where the points are rewarded for Ranked, if you look to the far right column on this screen, on the top lower section you can see you've got your original placement points for the placement you get. And then just beneath that, that's where your entry cost is shown. Obviously this example I'm showing you is one of my first games playing Ranked, so it's 0 because the entry cost is 0 for Rookie. And if we delve into these entry costs a little bit deeper, in Season 19 as I mentioned, the fixed cost for entry was 50, and that was for every tier in every rank until you got to Diamond, and then Diamond above was minus 75 for an entry cost. In Season 20 you can see in this table the cost scaled by rank. Below Silver there's no entry cost, so essentially you can't lose RP when you lose in Bronze or Rookie. From Silver onwards it then starts at 20 and increases by 20 each rank up to Predator, as you can see in this table. I also put a comparison to Season 13 Split 1 in this table, just because lots of people were saying Season 13 is exactly the same as this season, but obviously now that you're looking at the entry costs, that's not quite the case. And I would say the earlier entry costs from Silver, Gold, maybe even up to Platinum and Diamond are a little bit fairer this season compared to Season 13, and even compared to Season 19 you could say it's fairer in some of the earlier ranks. Obviously as you get higher it becomes a little bit harder in terms of entry costs, but that might not be a bad thing. It's potentially going to help balance out the ranks a little bit better. So those are your placements and your entry costs. Next, let's switch over to how the rest of the RP system works. There are two sets of other RP you can earn. The first is related to Combat RP. Now you'll know Combat as KP, which are kills, assists and participation. Key thing you need to know about this is that the base value for every KP is dependent on your placement. And those are the values you can see on the ranked page under the placement values. This is essentially the minimum KP you'll earn per kill up to the cap for a given placement before adjustments are made. So for first place you can see the combat value you would get is 26. Now I mentioned up to the limit, there is a 6 combats cap per game, and that will cover your kills, assists or participation, and anything above that 6 will then be reduced by 50%. So essentially you lose half the value of your kills, assists or participation if you're getting over 6 in a game. Also, participation itself is the same as previous seasons. You'll only be rewarded 50% of the base value rather than that full base value that you would get for a kill or an assist. I've put together an example though just to help you understand it a bit better. So if we look at this first place game I got, again this is one of my first games so I'm still in Rookie obviously, and that means there's no entry cost. If you look there on the right you can see that. Because I came first the placement is 125, and as I said no entry cost there. If we then look to the left of this page, you can see at the very bottom on the left column, it says the base kill value for first place. Again, as you saw in the previous table I was talking you through, that would be 26 as the base value. If we then look at what the calculations are for the actual RP I got, you can see there I got 6 kills, so 6 times 26 is that value they've given me there of 156 RP. For assist, you can see I got 78 RP. Because the base value is 26 for first place, I got 3 times 26, and that comes to 78 RP. Finally, I only got 1 participation, As I said a moment ago, participation's rewarded at 50% of the base value, so they've done 1 times 0.5 because I only got 1 participation at half the value. They then multiplied that by the base value of 26, giving 13 for the 1 participation that I got. After this, you can see, as I mentioned earlier, there is a 6 combat cap. So in this case, I got 3 assists over the combat cap plus 1 participation over it. In total, that adds up to 91 RP earned over the cap. As they reduce that by 50%, that leaves 45.5, which is rounded up to 46 RP. So that amount over the cap is then subtracted from the total, and that's exactly how you get my final combat score of 201 RP. And in fairness to Respawn, if you actually hover over on this page of each of the sections, you can see the individual calculations and the explanations. So even though I'm breaking it down in detail for you in this video so you understand it, I would say Respawn have done a pretty good job with transparency this season as well. And that's pretty much how your combat score works. There is another set of RP that you can earn though, and these two are new to this season. First, there's a challenger reward, which are rewards for you killing someone of a higher ranked tier. This gives you 13 RP per elimination of a higher tier player. So for example, if you're a rookie like me and you kill a bronze or a silver or a gold or anything higher, then you'll get 13 extra RP for each one of those eliminations. You can see in this game though, I didn't actually kill anyone of a high ranked player, which is probably a good sign because it means the matchmaking was working in this game, and so I didn't get any points for that. The second type of bonus you can get, which you see there, is for consecutive top 5 finishes. If you place multiple matches in the top 5 or better in a row, they will give you a bonus RP per consecutive finish in the top 5, and this caps at 5 matches. Once you start your streak, it starts at rewarding you 10 RP, so in my case, you can see here I've had 2 games in a row in top 5. That means I've started my streak, so that gives me 10 RP. And this will then rise by 10 each time, which you can see in this little graphic here. It means you can earn up to 40 RP if you do get the maximum 5 top 5s in a row, which is pretty cool because essentially these two together give you a chance to earn a little bit extra RP in addition to those kills and placements. And as you see from this page, that essentially rounds out all of the RP that you can earn in Apex Legends Season 20 Ranked. It is worth noting that the RP between tiers has been increased a little bit, so it might take you a little bit longer to get between the ranks in Season 20 versus how long it took you in Season 19. The final element of Ranked I wanted to cover today is the matchmaking. So you'll know the last 3 seasons we had MMR, which was the hidden matchmaking rating. That's all gone now, and the good news is matchmaking is back to being based on your RP, so it's going to be a lot more visible for you. The simple theory is that because it's based on your RP, you're going to be matched with players in the same RP bracket as you, i.e. in the same rank. That means in theory your teammate should be rookie, and the people you're playing against should be rookie if you're in rookie. Now before you start questioning this, the devs did say there are other factors that might impact this though. For example, if you're playing at 2 AM in the morning, or you've got ridiculous ping, or you play on a dead server, then the chances are there aren't going to be enough players at your RP level. In that case, the devs confirmed you will then be matched with a wider range of players, and that might ultimately mean you're playing against players of ranks 1, 2 or more above you, or maybe even below you. So even though matchmaking has been tweaked to be based on your RP, which should hopefully help, it's not going to guarantee that you are always against the same level of players. Also, you should remember that everyone has been reset to 1 RP, so that means in the first few weeks of Ranked, you will likely run into ex-Masters and Predators who are currently rookie, but perhaps were previously Masters or Predators. It's bound to happen because everyone has been bunched together at 1 RP. The theory is that those better players should rank up faster, so if you're not playing Ranked for the first couple of weeks, then hopefully you won't be running into too many ex-Masters or Predators. Also, if you are playing in a pre-made team, you will be matched on the highest ranked player in your party. Moving into the final few things you need to know about the new rank system in Season 20, don't forget splits are back this season, so there will be a mid-season ranked reset where you'll go back 6 ranked tiers, which is the equivalent of 1.5 ranks. The good thing is though, you will still be rewarded for your highest rank across those 2 splits. So let's say you got to Masters in Split 1, but you didn't play in Split 2, maybe you only got to Gold or Diamond. You will still be rewarded for that Masters you got in Split 1. And that brings us on to the last thing you'll need to know. They've added visibility of people's ranks back into the game, which is something you might have already noticed. But what it means is you can now see what rank your teammates are, and you can now see what rank the people that killed you are. And there you have it. That's pretty much everything that's changed with rank. Overall, I think Apex Legends Season 20 brings a slightly more even ranked system, and I feel like people are going to prefer this ranked system in Season 20 compared to the Season 17, 18 and 19 ranked system. Unless you're one of those people that ratted to Masters in Season 17 or 18, and you're not able to make it back to Masters by actually winning and getting kills, then unfortunately this system might not be as easy for you guys, because the simple truth is it's not going to be as easy to rat to Masters this season. Hopefully this helps you understand ranked a bit better though. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.